10 goals or being in the top 10.
It's amazing, isn't it? Let's just see, put that in some sort of context then. Only 3 times in Premier League history has the title been won without a striker being the top scorer. That's the top 3 names there. And on only 4 occasions has the champion's top scorer not been among the top 5 scorers in the league.
This is something very important for me. That tells you that, well, the way they do it at Man City is the philosophy, the identity, the way they like to play. It doesn't matter who's going to be in that team. Look, they miss Aguero. Kevin De Bruyne was out at times. Sterling didn't play recently. It doesn't really matter because they have an identity, they have a philosophy, so they win as a team. When you have sometimes manager, because of the way they play or because of how it is sometimes at the club, they rely on individuals, then you will die with your individual, because when they're not in the team or they're not performing, then you're in trouble. This is what City, what they're doing is so special, because whatever it is, you look at the past 4 or 5 years, since maybe not the first year, the tally of points that they might have now, or they had, only Liverpool could stay with them. Other than that, they're doing them. No matter what you're doing, no matter who's on the field, number 9, number 10 scoring, whoever it is, they're doing City.
Gabriel Jesus was back in the side. He's been in and out, hasn't he, for City this season. Got his goal at the weekend, and Sergio Aguero also scored his first goal in a year from the penalty spot. There does seem to be a narrative building that his time at City is drawing to a close. You can see just how special a player he's been, not just for City, but for the entire Premier League. Only Thierry has fared better in Premier League history in terms of goal involvements when we break it down to minutes per goal and assist. Is right up there. We haven't doctored that, Thierry, by the way. You are just in front. It might be a few seconds, but you're still in front. Don't worry.
You guys knew I was coming.
But you would accept, Thierry, that City might be on the lookout for a number 9. And I think it's fair to say that it's the same for several of our big clubs in the Premier League right now. So who could they target this summer, potentially? Well, these are the top scorers across Europe's 5 major leagues right now. We should make the point that some of these are unattainable, and quite a few of them are over 30 as well. But maybe 2 stand out here. Under 23, performing at the very highest level. Kylian Mbappe, just 22 years old. Erling Haaland, at just 20 years old. If you're in Manchester City's position, or Manchester United, or Liverpool, or Chelsea right now, who would you be investing in to build your team around?
All of them? No, seriously. First and foremost, there is something very important on that is that you have the age, and some players are already at a big club and comfortable there. So to attract them might be also difficult, let's all be honest.
There's not that many you can see moving,
Exactly. And so the 2 that you mentioned, it will be difficult to move Mbappe from Paris Saint-Germain, but maybe Haaland can be. Lukaku, I know he's about, I don't want to jinx him also for them, maybe to win the league. But he's young. The others, I'm not saying they're finished, far from that. But you would like to maybe bring someone young that can give you maybe 7 to 8 years.
Like Mbappe?
Haaland, yeah. Mbappe,
Well, let's do them one by one then.
Come on, you tell us. No one knows Mbappe better.
Well, listen, pace, he can play on the right, he can play on the left, he can play in the middle.
Where's he best?
I think when he can run at you. Whether if he's in the middle and running behind, or as you're going to see here, toy with people on the side. He got lucky in a way, but still he wanted to be there. That finish is nothing to do with luck. But you need to know, okay, before we go where he's best or not, he knows his strength. And more importantly, he knows what he cannot do. So that's not being in an uncomfortable zone for him. He's on the right, he's on the left. He knows he can play a 1-2, goes in behind and leave you for dead when he's in the box, and he can finish.
So is there more to him than just goals? That's what, when I watch him, I feel he's not just a goal scorer.
Look at what he's doing right now. Kill the ball dead, put his head up, and look at that delivery. Boom, on the money. Goal. He can do that. He can beat you. You don't attack him. He will run. You give him space. He'll turn on you. Look there, recognize that he has to go. And look at what he does. I mean, I know the finish is great, but still the awareness that he has is very different than the one that's going to be coming soon. But again, look, doesn't have to run. Yes, I know he's quick. Yes, I know he can dribble, but he sees his striker making a run. He crosses the ball straight away. So his awareness, goal-scoring abilities is second to none.
So He reminds me of you, doesn't he? He feels all around. He gets goals, he gets assists, he goes into wide areas. What's the difference with Haaland? We look at him now.
He doesn't care about anything else than the goal. Look at the counter here. He doesn't care. Other players will go on the wing. He wants to stay into the frame of the net, between the two posts. He knows he's lethal there. Look at his run. Boom, gone. It's over. If you let him go like that, and he's so powerful, by the way. Only the look of him, you look at him and you're like, oh, trouble. Look at him. He doesn't straight away. He just want to run in behind. And obviously, the way he finishes is just ridiculous. And the ability that he has, like he believes so much in himself. I like that. There is a bit of cockiness about him. If I can use that word, I know you got to be a bit cocky. You got to look at people and say, I'm going to score. Look at him. He doesn't want to go anywhere else than to score goals. That's his mind. His run are never middle, wide. Is middle, or wide, middle. There is no middle out wide. Look at the strength. Look at the finish there.
I remember you in the Premier League, and when we're talking over these goals, and I just wondered if there's a little link, not exactly the same, but I've said you're very similar to Mbappe, where he'll come wide, he creates things, he scores goals. Is Haaland very similar to a striker who you were maybe battling with for the Golden Boot? Ruud van Nistelrooy, it was just goals. That's all he thought about, not going out wide, not getting involved. Yes. Is that what you see?
Yes, him, the likes of... Not so much in how they play so much, but the desire that they have. They want to kill. They want to be in the box. They're looking at the defender. You won't be able to live with me. I'm waiting for those crosses. I can see that sometimes when the midfielder doesn't give him the ball, that look that you give your midfielder or the defender, like, hey, are you going to give me the ball? I've had enough. I want to score now. I want to be the guy that's going to make the team win. I can see that with him.
We're going to look at the actual stats of them in the Champions League because, to be fair, they play in different leagues for different strength of team. If you like, PSG are the standout team in France. But you think of the top competition now in world football,